A beautiful day in the neighborhood. I spit rhymes to remind you that life is good and it's gonna be fine. Know that life is mine. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. No need to feel bad because life is good. It's gonna be fine. Sing, smile, and shine. Yo, I'm positively positive. I'm hot and I got a lot to live. Presently, I got a lot to give. Miss Rogers in your neighborhood, adults and kids. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Live life to the fullest, cause life is good. It's gonna be fine. Time to get on your grind. Have a great day. Daily motivation. Morning, princes and princesses. Welcome to another edition of Prince Etiquette. Over the past month or so, we've been talking about behaviors that can improve your life simply by the way that you treat yourself. This month, we'll be talking about the same thing. However, we'll also be adding an additional etiquette piece about how some people treat each other, about how people do things that are unnecessary. Today's topic, how to deal with rude people. And I mean rude people. Now, we all know the difference. Any one of us could have a bad day. Any number of events can make you upset. That is completely different from a rude person. A person who is rude is consistently doing things that are either offensive, that they are totally unaware of, or perhaps they are aware of and do not care. And so, how do you deal with a rude person? Well, I've interviewed a lot of people who say they just steer clear of them, they don't want to have anything to do with them. That's one way to deal with it. But here's another way that I found works and works wonderfully. Now, if you want to call somebody out on some etiquette, especially about a rude behavior, the first thing to know is not to be confrontational. Take them off to the side. Don't do it in front of a crowd. The reason being is, the minute that you ridicule somebody in front of a group of people, what happens? Their defenses crop up, and you end up getting into an argument, and you haven't gotten your point across. So I say when you're dealing with a particularly rude person, perhaps they're saying all types of rude things to people. Their attitude is just completely nasty. First thing, pull them aside and say, hey, listen, are you having a bad day? That's the start. Now, if they say yes, no, or no, it's just regular, you can say, well, listen, it seems that you're having a bad day a lot. And I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to be rude. However, you can be really rude. And I don't know if anyone's ever told you. Now, it could be strictly my opinion, but it may be something that you want to look into, because the further you go, you don't want that karma to come back to hit you. And trust me, karma will hit you whether you want it to or not. So ask yourself, how are you treating people? How are you seeing others treat people? Do you let those things just pass over, or do you stop and say something and say, you know what, that was kind of rude? Even if it's your opinion, and you give it to that person, perhaps they'll take it in, a seed will be planted, and perhaps their attitude will change. You never know until you open up your mouth. That's all for today, folks. Tune in tomorrow, and you've been rocking with your girl from around the neighborhood.